As a man, the woman you choose is a huge representation of you.
Yeah, it's a
Right?
reflection.
Do you agree with that? That's your chick.
Yes.
If you're going to introduce her to people,
Yes.
that's my chick, that's my wife, etc. If 100 men have fucking used her and thrown her away before you, how can you say I have something special?
Because that
when
doesn't
100
define
men
you.
didn't want her, and I do. If 100 people pick up a sandwich and go, no, and I pick it up off the floor and go, yes, finally, the best sandwich. That's not how the world works, right? This is the unfortunate reality of the world. And scarcity and value are the same thing. Why is gold valuable? Because it's hard to find gold. If there was gold all over the streets, it was on every street corner, it wouldn't have a value, right? So if you're a girl that everyone's had, your value is going to be destroyed. Your value as a woman comes from the fact that people want you and cannot have you. Your value does not come from the fact that everyone wants you and everyone's had you. So the number one thing a man's looking for is a woman who can stand next to him that every single man wants, and not a single man can say, I've had. As a man...
Shalom, shalom. Call HALALYAM La, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great MILLSTONE, to teach you well. Peace and salutations be to the hopeful elect. Brother Tazam Kabaraka ministry from the province of Babylon, camp here in Tampa, Florida. We're going to be getting in on this lesson today, going into this Andrew Tate video based upon the woman's value. Coming from her body count, man. You know, when you look at a woman, you want to see how many, and it's natural. It's natural. It's, since you were a kid, this was a big thing. How many men have a woman been with? You know, when you were a kid, you look for a woman and you're like, oh shit, she lost her virginity already, and automatically you start to perceive her as a little bit of whorish. You know, whereas the man, she lost her virginity too. Oh, she's not with him no more. Now she's looking to be with me. Oh, it's kind of odd, I guess. You know, even as a kid, you understand that these things are not natural. You know, women as children understand that these things aren't natural because that's how it's always been. It's in their spirit to be that way, man. You know, from the ancient times. You know, but Andrew Tate was making good points in this video. It's not in this one I'm gonna post, but it's a full version of it. I posted it on Facebook. You know, he's going into, in all the books you can read, a high valuable woman was always a woman that was virtuous. A virtuous woman was always a woman that was like, she didn't have many men. She didn't sleep with many men, you know. It made her a rarity, you know. And he made the analogy about picking up a sandwich off the ground that 100 men has already taken a bite out of. What makes it special when you take a bite out of it, you know? I want my very own personalized sandwich, my own custom sandwich for me that only I can enjoy for myself. But if everybody's enjoyed it, what's, you know, so different? And he's talking about, he was going into how a woman is a man's glory, man, you know? And that's true. A woman is a man's glory, you know? He said a woman is a representation of a man, you know? So a man walking around with his woman, she gonna represent, you know, that man, you know? But if you got a harlot, you know, you're gonna represent, scripture says a wicked woman is given to a wicked man, given as a portion to a wicked man, you know? The world gonna look at you like, ugh, you know? And this is why this world today, they got their woman dressed up like all harlots, like prostitutes and shit, showing off their curves and their ass and titties, getting boob jobs and ass jobs, because a woman is a man's glory, man. You know, a man walking around with that, he feel like, yeah, I got this. And, you know, it's like he's walking around with a big old stash of treasure, but really it's just a fucking dumpster disguised as treasure. You know, and people look at it and they're like, oh, shit, oh. You know, it's meant to make people covet. You know, they do this to make other men covet, to make other men lusts, to so-called make other men jealous because they can't have it. And in their eyes, this is like, oh, yeah, this is all mine, you can't have it. But really, they already having it by looking at her curves, man. By when you go out, you bring a woman outside and she got her ass hanging out and shit, she's already given to the world, man. You know, scripture talks about if you look upon a woman to lust upon her, you've already committed adultery with her in your heart. A married woman, you know, you already committed adultery with her in your heart, man, because, you know, you already consider doing the deed just by looking upon her. You already fantasized on her and shit, man. You woman, that's why women's supposed to be covered up. But these women glorify their them being a harlot, man. They glory being that, man. You know, that's their glory, is how many bodies they got and shit. And they know, yet they know deep down they're ashamed about it. They don't like to talk about it. They don't like to speak on it. You ask a woman her body count, she gets all, like the brother Ball went into, man. Let me go ahead and get into these scriptures. So like you for my rambling. But this was a post that was made on IG by the brother Ball, and I shared it and added a few scriptures. So this is what I said. I said, Tate once said, if a woman could walk around with body count on her forehead, they would be less promiscuous. Why? Because you got your body count on your forehead, man. You know, you don't want everybody to know, oh, you don't slept with X amount of men. You don't slept with hundreds and hundreds of men. And there's women that stop. These women talk about how they stop counting after 300 and shit. Or they stop counting after 2,000. This is insane. You are no longer of any use. You can't be of any use. You've seen it all. A man doesn't want a woman who's seen it all and been through it all, man. He wants a man that's been untouched. Salakia. A man wants a woman that's been untouched. You know? Salakia, slip of the tongue. So, if my woman's been touched by everything, what makes her special to me? You know? This is what these women fail to understand. They don't think that defines them. This is what this woman said in this video. This brute beast said in this video. She don't think that body count defines a woman. It definitely defines a woman. You know, when it goes into it, we're going to go into it. It says, don't try to vice versa the situation. Nah, the women aren't created equally. America taught you that dog shit. The same people that told you to get the jab that saved no one. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 7, verse 26. Hast thou a wife after thy mind? Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman. So don't give yourself over to a basic-ass woman, man. You want to go get, you want the finest of the fine, man. You want to get a woman that's beautiful, you know, maybe beautiful inside and out, man. You know, you don't want a woman that's fucking beautiful on the outside only, but just a disaster on the inside, man. You know, she putting you through all kinds of hell. She's putting you through all kinds of worry, making you worry and shit, man. Constantly. You know, you don't want those situations, man, because it's a pillar of hell. A woman is meant to be a man's pillar of rest, but these women have become pillars of hell. They're harlots. They got a man worrying, got a man up all night. Dude, what is bitch at? What she gonna be doing? What she been doing? Who she texting? You know, you scared to go through her phone. These bitches are promiscuous. You know, you give them liberty to get abroad, they're gonna do whatever the hell they want to do. Before you know it, they're gonna come home smelling like 50 different men. Ecclesiasticus 25:17. The wickedness of a woman changeth her face, and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Because these women, they change like you know, they change. The more they change, or the more men they sleep with, the more they change, man. You know, because they begin to develop more spirits on them. You know, more spirits are added to them, man. Because more men are putting their DNA inside of these women. They're a big ass host for a semen party, man. You know, different semen parties, man. You know, it's like a party, and you got every man there, you know, through his semen. Okay, so you ain't just dealing with the woman, you're dealing with all the spirits that the man put into that woman, man. You know, so we got kids still floating around in that woman. When a man lets off in a woman, she begins to take on that man's DNA. It begins to reconfigure her mind, you know, so that she can be suitable to serve that man. You know, that's how the Lord created things to be. You know, if I had my own woman and I went into my woman and she took on my seed, that's why you ain't supposed to have harlots. You ain't supposed to have women lying with more than one man, you know, unless her man was put to death and he was, you know, if she does it the right way, she gets it with the right man, you know, she was able to remarry. You know, there's very few situations to where that was able to happen, because when a woman is given to a man, she takes on that man's DNA when he goes into her, man, you know, and this makes her more suitable to serving that man. You know, she starts to take a deeper liking into him. She starts to grow a deeper attachment to him, you know, because she belongs to him. And in this video that Andrew Tate was the video with Andrew Tate and that woman, they were going into how the woman was arguing that women are not possessions. But the scripture says a woman is a possession. You know, I'm gonna actually grab it real quick. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, pretty much. So this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 36 and verse 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession. Okay, so that's a possession. That's your property. They don't want, this is one thing that offends women in this westernized world, man. They don't like to be considered as if they're property. They want to be considered as if they're equal. Well, you're not equal. You just weren't created equal. That's the case. Sorry. The woman is a weaker vessel. It's mentally, spiritually, physically, however you want to slice it. You're created to be the weaker vessel. A woman's created to serve and help and nurture, you know. She was not created to do the things that a man can do. A man was created to rule, bear rule, you know, put down the rod and have children, man. You know. Man was created to do manly things. The woman, not so. Somehow these westernized mindsets of women got them thinking that they can do anything. Got them thinking that they're fucking superheroes and unstoppable. In this world we live in today, these women think that they are gods. It says, a help like unto himself and a pillar of rest. Why does it say a help like unto himself? You know, because you go into a woman, you put DNA inside of her, she becomes your helpmate, you know. She becomes like unto you, you know. That's why you start, you know, you ever study a woman, you get a woman, she starts doing the things that you do, you know, maybe be making face expressions you make, or starts to like the food you like, or the music you listen to, whatever it may be. But this woman becomes like unto you, because now she is your possession, man. She belongs to you. You know, so the Lord created her to where you can, y'all have an attachment, you know. She got too many bodies on her. She got too many men attached to her. I mean, she's like unto many men, you know. So you're dealing with a woman that's like unto many men, you know, in this day and age, man. And then you're trying to figure out why this bitch seem like she got bipolar disorder. I mean, she just got hella spirits on her ass, man. You know, she can't completely function the way she should function. She's supposed to be functioning as compared to her having one man her entire life. You know, you deal with a virgin, you seem that you got a lot less problems. But you deal with a woman that's got more than 3 bodies. You know, I would venture to say more than, 2 bodies. Shit, more than 1 body. You know, deal with a woman like that, you begin to see how they're very difficult to deal with, and it's because they've been with other men. You'll also catch them in the beginning of a relationship comparing you to the last man that they were with. You know, you'll catch a lot of shit like that, man. You know, if it ain't no relationship, you shouldn't have a relationship with a woman. The woman should have relationships with you. You got to have a relationship with the Lord as a man. You know, we are the Lord's woman, man. You know, we're supposed to be giving all our attention and time to the Lord, and minimal attention and time to these damn women, man. These women are supposed to be giving all their time and attention to us because we're their lords. You know, that's a possession. What do you expect? So we back to the post. It says, Ecclesiasticus 25:18, her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. Okay, so be around your brothers, man. Be around your friends. That's your girl. Oh, my boy just hit that last week. Oh boy hit that last week. Oh boy hit that other day. You know, and what does that cause you to do? It causes you to sigh bitterly because you feel like you got something special. You want to show her off, and these women be the first one to tell you to take pictures with them and show them off. You go to showing these women off, you got all kinds of people coming up to you like, damn, bro. I used to talk to her. Oh, how's she been? Oh, tell her to hit me up, you know. And it causes you to sigh bitterly, whether it be inside or the outside, or both. But you'll have a bitter sigh. You have a bitter feeling. It gives you a bitter feeling knowing that your woman has been all over the place. You know, you go home and see her, and you look at her face, she's like, whatever, man. It's like you don't have much value. A woman can be a man's treasure, man. You know. So, but we men of the Lord, so our treasure should be in heaven, not here on earth. Don't put all your hopes and dreams into a woman. You know, you get you a woman, deal with her accordingly, man. Deal with her at a distance. Don't be head over heels for a woman, especially a light woman. The scripture said, give not thyself unto a light woman. These women are gonna crush you, man. these women will crush you. And it's brother Ball. He says, a woman's true value is her virginity, which is true. That's her value. A woman is valuable, and the less amount of body she's had, the less amount of men she's been with, less amount of men she's slept with. If I kiss my woman, I like to know that there's been nothing else on her lips but me. When you end up finding out it's been more than that, it's just like, man, you feel dirty just for being with a dirty woman. That's why she gets offended and never tells the truth when you ask her what's your body count, because deep down inside she knows she lost her value years ago. The men of the Lord are the real high value men on the earth. Okay, so it's not the same for men. What's the saying? The saying goes, if a key can unlock many locks, it's a master key. But if a lock can be unlocked by many keys, it's a shitty lock. You know, which is what. You just imagine if I have a lock on my door. I got a door that locks. But if anybody can get into my house, it's no use. It is no use, because all my substance will be gone. Anybody can just walk in and out. It's not just my house, it's everybody's house. You know, everybody that has a key, that's whose house it belongs to. But if I got the key to that house and then many other houses, then I got many houses. You know, it's a master key, you know. I'm a master key, and that's just what it is. It's not this, men and women are not created the same. A woman's, the way her private parts are set up is to receive. The way a man's private parts are set up is to give, you know, or to go into. And a woman's private parts are set up to be received, to receive, and to be gone into, you know. So it's different. Things function differently, man. You know, you see the power. You see the power spectrum just through looking at or observing private parts. You see the power spectrum, how the power levels are different. You know, how the ranking is different. You know. It says, this brother brought up Ecclesiasticus chapter 26 and verse 22, and harlot shall be accounted as spittle, you know, a spit, because she's worthless. You know, like the scriptures say, in 2nd Ezra chapter 6, I believe it was, the Lord said, as for the other nations, they are likened to a drop that falleth from a vessel, you know, are counted as spittle. Because you drop a drop of water, you ain't gonna turn around and pick that water up because it's meaningless. It's like, oh man, whatever. Let's keep moving. I got this whole bucket, you know. But it's the same thing for you, woman. You're counted as spittle. You're not worth much. You're not worth anything at all. You know. All you do is you're gonna get into that. You're gonna get with a man, cause him hell, and then leave and go cause the next man hell with another body and another load of spirits inside of you. It says, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. All right. It says, a wicked woman, verse 23, a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. All right. So there you have it, man. Godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord, man. So the Lord, you know, he rewards his prophets with virtuous women. That's why in the kingdom, you're going to have straight virgins, man. You're going to have women that's been with other men. You're going to have women that are virgins, you know. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Okay, so a man, which is what? The man of the Lord. Gonna make a man of the Lord more precious than fine gold, which is rare. It's gonna be rare to come by, you know. Even now, it's like these women don't see the man of the Lord; they see the man of the world. Even now, are the men of the Lord more precious than fine gold, because these women can't see them. These women can't see them, man. They look for worldly things, worldly traits. That's why they can't find it. They can't come across that, you know, that value, that high value man, you know. It's like a woman comes up on a come up if she does. But if she doesn't, it's like, ooh, you know. These women are doomed, especially in Jacob's trouble. But with that, I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you, Akim and Akwath, listening to the sincerity. To next man, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Shalom.